In Iowa, Karina Cooper takes the stand in her own defense, accused of murdering her husband by shooting him in the face twice. Today, she told her story to the jury, and we have all the big moments.
Did you want your husband dead?
No.
Why would you say that?
Because I have a really sick sense of humor sometimes, inappropriate humor, and I was probably angry. There were times that we weren't getting along the greatest, and I, like people have said, especially when I drink, I have a sharp tongue sometimes. You can say nasty things.
But first, Donna Adelson is the matriarch of a wealthy South Florida family. Her husband built a dental business that gave the family a very comfortable life and allowed her children to get great educations. Her daughter Wendy went to law school and became a lawyer. Her son Charlie went to dental school to join the family business. But according to prosecutors, the family business changed from fillings and dentures to hitmen and murder plots after Wendy got into a bitter custody battle with her ex, Dan Markel. Dan was murdered, and Charlie was convicted along with his girlfriend, her other lover, and a Latin King gang member. Now Donna is set to stand trial for setting it all in motion, and tonight we have newly released video of Donna Adelson being transported from South Florida to Tallahassee to face justice after being arrested. We'll show you the video revealing a side of Donna Adelson we have never seen before. I'm Vinny Politan. Great to have you with us tonight here on Closing Arguments. And we've got some stories to get to tonight. Let's begin with, Donna. Donna Adelson. She's got a hearing tomorrow. Her trial is coming up. It's getting closer and closer. And I want to go back in time tonight in this case because we've seen sort of a transformation. You remember when she was first arrested, she had that one-way ticket to Vietnam, a country without extradition. She and her husband Harvey were going to go there. Well, she gets arrested at the airport, and she, her last thing that we see on this body cam at the airport with Harvey is a kiss. She's kissing Harvey. I've never seen a kiss by someone in handcuffs being arrested, but that moment was there. And in that moment, when we watched that body cam video, to me, it was unlike any criminal defendant I'd seen before because she was very confident, almost annoyed with what was happening to her, yet she was seemingly expecting it, wasn't totally shocked by all of it, right? But still, there was this air of, confidence. Where am I going? Where are you taking me? My jewelry. We've got to get Harvey home. She's still like calling all the shots, right? Well, tonight we've got new video to show you. And what you'll see is Donna Adelson trembling alone. This is just hours later when they're getting ready to transport her. Because remember, she's arrested where she lives down in South Florida. And she's got to drive more than 400 miles or be driven more than 400 miles up to Tallahassee to Leon County, where this case is being tried and where she was going to be held awaiting trial. So this video is really much different, and it's something I want to show you. You'll see it in just a second. But let's also take another step back and realize, while Charlie's in prison, Harvey is alone. His wife is now facing life and will be going to trial. Meanwhile, Wendy is still free. Wendy, the one who was in the custody battle, is still free. Wendy, the one who won the custody battle and is just living her life. And I guess the next time we see her will probably be in a courtroom testifying for the state of Florida against her mother, not as a cooperating witness, as sort of a reluctant witness who has some facts that she volunteered early on that she will, I guess, repeat once again for the jury in the case against her mother. Wow. So let's get to it. I promised you this video. We're going to show it to you. This is, again, she gets arrested at the airport. She's brought back. She's in South Florida. So the deputies drive all the way from Tallahassee to come down to pick her up. Let's watch and let's see what happens.
Finna go get Craig so we can go get this Adelson lady from Miami.
Yeah, I just got with my laser.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all the task. Like, dang it. Forget it.
Sorry about that, Sarge.
You're all right, man.
We're finna get out of here. We got Dade County. The mother,
Almost 8 hours.
Adelson.
Yeah.
The last piece of the puzzle.
Oh, that's for the mama.
Yes. She's coming back with us. Watch your step. You good? Yeah? All right. Wherever you sit.
Wherever you want to sit, man.
You got 8 seat belts on this van. Strap into any one of them. All right? I don't care which one you do it. Just make sure you strap into one. Pick any one. If it's that one, it's going to be on the other side. Look to your right. There you go. Appreciate it. Thank you.
How the cuffs? How the cuffs? Cuffs are tight, huh? No. All right. Get this right here. What's up, cuffs?
Try to. Take your time. Let's see. Let's help out a little bit. Go ahead. Take your time. I got you. Take your time. Take your time. Some more water? Think you might be able to use the restroom? Stand at my house?
Go ahead and tell them that EMS from out check out.
All right.
We're gonna have a check out.
All right.
We're gonna have EMS come and check you out. Okay? Yes, ma'am. I don't want nothing to happen to you. I want to make sure you're all right. I don't know what's going on right now. Are you familiar? Have you ever felt like this before, ma'am? It's just an uncomfortable ride. Okay. Space on that handkerchief, dude. What exactly are you feeling?
My hands are like frozen in this position.
Yeah, but you see they're frozen. Yeah, but they're extremely warm.
I don't mean like the position.
Yeah. Okay, not the temperature. All right. Okay. Just want to make sure. Well, we call it EMS. We're going to get you checked out and find out what's going on. And if we walk step outside, that'll help. You don't know? Okay. All right. You stick your leg out? Is that a possible? Okay. All right, just... Yeah. We'll have the EMS come. You might be having some anxiety right now.
Aaron, Rob. Okay.
Let's get us some more water.
There you go.
She said she's not cold. Okay. She just had this hand just kind of locked up on her. Okay. For no reason, but they kind of loosening her up now. I feel the little tension release. You feel the tension release there, Miss Ace? I feel it. Some anxiety and stuff.
You want to try to drink some more water? No? No. Okay. We have EMS on the way to check there. Come and take a look at you, okay?
We got some paramedics here right now. Yeah, there's an ambulance here.
We got the ambulance coming in, so paramedics coming in to see you, okay?
And you heard in the background a little siren. That's EMS responding to the scene. Now, in most cases, you might feel some sympathy for an older woman like this to be in this situation, but knowing what her family did to Dan Markel and why they did it and what the family did to those children by taking their father away, I can't feel it. I'm not feeling it, folks. I'm not feeling 1 ounce of sympathy. I wonder if our think tank is. Let's bring him in. Joining us tonight, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor David Schnipper is with us. Also, criminal defense attorney Eklund Mercy and attorney Allie Croft-Hamill. Great to have you all here tonight. Eklund, I heard you were responding to the video. Please,
oh my God.
please, let us know what you thought.
Because it's only a lawyer can see. I've only seen this up close maybe 3 times. So here's the thing. You're not only dealing with, like accountability, you are literally seeing her privilege being stripped in real time. So here's the problem. She had you know what's worse than getting caught? Getting caught when everything was set up for you to not get caught. The thing is, she waited. She's a boy mom, and she had to wait to see Charlie's conviction. She already had that ticket. So what you're seeing right now, she had the one way, but she waited literally after the conviction. She should have left like that last day of trial, but she didn't because she thought she had it. She really thought she had the privilege.
Oh, yeah.
And you're literally seeing it in real time, like the accountability and all of it, just because she was moving like she was a part of the Corleone family. They were moving mob-like. So right now, up until the end, when everything is stopped, she's like, oh, crap, I got caught. So you're seeing all of that. But the most important emotion is that regret, because she could have left and she waited.
Not the regret
after.
for perhaps being involved in a murder for hire, but the regret in not getting away. David Schnipper, what are you seeing here?
Donna the devil. How about that? Donna the dirty devil. Karma. One will have to answer for their actions. I mean, this is karma to the fullest degree. How just disgusting this woman is, in the sense that even subsequent to all this happening, they kept the Markel other grandparents away from their grandkids. And the one silver lining that my research, the great state of Florida where I'm from, go Gators, by the way, is Ron DeSantis interacted the Markel Act in 2022, where grandparents, because of this case, because of Dan Markel, his legacy will always be known for this. Grandparents now have rights now because of this case. In 2022, it was enacted because this disgusting human being, Donna Adelson, and her family, after this, kept the grandkids, Benjamin and Lincoln, away from the Markels. And now a statute has been passed. They even went so far as changing the name, or attempting to change the name from Markel to their name. It's unbelievable.
Disgraceful. You're so right, David. I forgot that little fact, that these kids, they were trying to take away the father's name from the two boys after the family had him whacked. Hiring hitmen to drive all the way up twice.
Allie, how Wendy is not charged yet is beyond me. That I don't understand.
I don't know if she ever will be. Allie, what are you seeing here?
Vinny, I can't help but think, do you think this was a mix of stress, regret, and a little bit of an overreaction? Was she doing this for show? I mean, she's convulsing there, right? I can't help but think maybe she knows it's going to be aired. She knows this is a high-profile case. I understand she's probably getting the rug swept out from under her. I understand, it's slapping her right in the face. But do you think this was over-exaggerated? Do we know? Was she diagnosed with anything, or was it just a pure panic attack?
Interesting. Let's take a look at her the next day, because we have video of her the next day, because she got EMS, and then it's the next day when she gets transported. Let's take a look.
Come on. Take your time coming out the van. Watch your step. Watch your head. Make sure you step on the... There you go. All right. Good. Just go with signs. Just hold on the side. Good.
It looks like she made a little bit of a recovery the next day when she showed up. And by the way, great compassion by the deputies throughout all of this. Amazing. Also amazing, our think tank tonight. They're staying with us the whole hour. When we come back, Big trial you're watching on Court TV. Karina Cooper, accused of shooting her husband in the face twice, takes the stand in her own defense. You'll see her testimony, plus coming up next hour.
Tonight on Vinnie Politan investigates newly released video in the Kentucky shooting of a judge in his chambers by the sheriff. Tonight we will see what happens in the 13 minutes directly prior to the deadly attack. What does it reveal? Tonight we investigate.
Join Court TV's Vinnie Politan with the latest and breaking true crime stories.
Now, let's look at the other side of all of that.
Vinnie Politan investigates tonight, 9/8 Central, only on Court TV.
Police found 42-year-old Ryan Cooper shot and lying in a recliner chair. They were responding to a 911 call that came in at 4:35 a.m. Cooper had been shot twice in the face. His wife, Karina, was sitting on top of him, and there was no gun at the scene. Police did find a shell casing. Cooper's death was ruled a homicide, but it would be nearly 3 years until there was an arrest. In February of 2024, Karina Cooper was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. And 2 months later, Houston Danker was arrested and charged with first-degree murder for allegedly acting in concert with Cooper to kill her husband. According to the criminal complaint, 2 witnesses say that Cooper told them she wanted Ryan dead and that she could shoot him in the face. Cooper and Danker both pleaded not guilty. Ryan Cooper had 4 children and is described as a great father and a hard-working farmer who enjoyed having a beer with his friends.
All right. She's charged with shooting her husband in the face twice. Charged with murder, taking the stand in her own defense. Let's take a look at her direct testimony.
The affair with Houston, at one point, did it become physical?
There was one physical encounter, yes. That was the last time that I cut his hair.
Not in September of 2021.
No, not that last time. I'm sorry. The last time I cut his hair before he killed Ryan, it would have been in February. I cut his hair and we had sex.
Okay. And then you stopped cutting his hair? What was the purpose? Why did you stop cutting his hair?
Because I had sex with him and I didn't want him around, and I didn't want that chance of that happening ever again. It was an online fantasy, like going to a chat room or playing video games where you steal cars and shoot at cops. It was an online fantasy thing, and when it became a physical in-person thing, I was disgusted and scared of losing my husband.
After, were your kids all interviewed by law enforcement?
Yes.
All 3 of them?
Yes.
And you allowed them to be interviewed?
Well, with some argument, I was being pretty heavily accused by the police of involvement, and they wanted to question the kids. My brother and close friend Chris Wilson suggested that I get an attorney to protect all of us and make sure that the kids had proper representation if they were going to be questioned.
Okay. But they were ultimately questioned?
They were.
Ryan was killed with your 3 children home. Would you ever orchestrate the murder of your husband with your 3 kids home?
Never.
Did you participate in the death of your husband?
No.
Yes.
just want to put up on the screen real quick. You got Houston Danker, if we could. You got a picture? I wonder if the sex was better than the haircut. That's all I can think about right now. How did that even happen? What is going on here? Let's bring back in our think tank, David Schnipper, Eklund Mercy, Allie Crothammer. Allie, what are your thoughts here about her direct? Is she eliciting some sympathy? Does she come across as someone telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? She admitted to the haircut.
Yeah, she admitted to the haircut, and that's about it. I think when you get into cross-examination about the text messages, it just unravels her direct. I mean, it's horrific. It's fake crying. She admits she has sex with him, but doesn't admit about all the text messages that come out on cross-examination. I mean, it was horrible. I don't know why she chose to take the stand. That was a colossal mistake in this case.
David Schnipper, you feeling sorry for her?
Well, what's if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck? I agree. Her taking the stand is just a very poor decision. But then, somebody that does what she does isn't a very bright person. What did I say? There's text messages of sexual graphic nature, talk about having a family. And as the great Lieutenant Joe Kenda once said, there's 3 reasons why murder happens: sex and or money and or revenge. Well, we have the affair. I think there's a $500,000 life insurance policy. Yeah, I mean, this is a very bad look for her, and it's not going to end up too well for her, and she's going to end up spending the rest of her life in prison.
For 2 bits, you used to be able to get a shave and a haircut, but instead they had sex and a haircut. Let's watch the cross-examination, Eklund.
Then he says, remember those casings. Remember those. No ifs, ands, or buts.
That's what he said.
There's no ignorance on your part. When he tells you to remember those casings, you know what those casings are because you say, absolutely, 100%.
That was the Snapchat I sent, yes.
Absolutely 100%. Correct?
Correct.
It cannot be clearer than that.
Objection argumentative.
Sustained. When you say absolutely 100%, you are as clear as possible on what you will remember.
No.
That's what you write, Ms.
That's
Cooper.
what I wrote.
Then he tells you, okay, phone's going down. I love you. And
That's
what's
what
your
you wrote.
response?
My response is, I love you too.
What does he say?
So much.
And what do you say?
Forever.
When you say forever to the man who said, I'm coming to your house and you need to send me a message so that I can open it when I get back. What does he respond to you once you say forever to him?
He responds, okay, babe, seriously putting the phone down. Have to get the done. I love you.
And what do you say to him?
I say, go to sleep.
You can read what's in front of you.
This reads, go.
So you say to him, go.
That's not what I said to him.
What you
That
read,
is what this reads.
again, what we read in front of you, that's this exhibit that the jury is reading, is you say, go.
Yes.
That's at 3:32 in the morning.
Correct.
An hour later, at 4:42, Houston Denker will send you a message that says, yep, just woke up.
That's what this says. I never saw it.
At 4:42, when Houston Denker is sending you this message saying, yep, just woke up, a Tama County deputy is walking in your house because your husband is dead.
Is that a question?
It is.
I don't know for certain on the timeline, but yes.
An hour after you saying go, your husband, you're calling the cops because your husband is dead.
Around 4:30 a.m., yes, I'm calling 911 because my husband is dead.
Eklund, did she do it for Danker?
It's just so bad. It's so bad. I think that here's the thing. One of the things that you do have as a defendant is to choose whether you testify or not. As defense attorneys, we argue against it often. I don't know why people believe that you've never been on a stage before. You're not proficient in the Stellar Adler method, and you think you're going to give an Emmy award-winning performance. You can see that she's practiced direct. She did not practice cross. So your jury is going to see that is mechanical. None of those questions, none of those answers make any sense. She shouldn't have testified. It's really, really bad.
I like when they testify because it gets us closer to the truth. It gets us closer to the truth. That's what we're looking for.
I'm not a fan. So here's the thing. It's like, but as attorneys, you don't have that luxury. It's up to the defendant. And a lot of times they think that they are better in their minds. Like in her mind, she is giving you Meryl Streep. And it does not translate that way. And it's really, really bad.
Yeah, but you don't need Meryl Streep, Allie. You just need the truth if you're innocent.
Yeah, and I think, in some cases, the defendant has to testify, right, in a self-defense case. You can't really do self-defense without the defendant testifying. I mean, you could, but it's not great. But in this case, her lawyer could have told her, hey, this is probably not in your best interest, not a good idea. And she has that right. If she says, I'm getting on that stand, the judge colloquies her, she's getting on it. So unfortunately, like she said, she probably thinks she looks like a rock star up there. But I mean, she looks horrific. I mean, it's so unbelievable. It's kind of hilarious because it's that bad.
All right, David, I'm going to play for you the 911 call, and I just have one question afterwards. Is she better in the 911 call for her defense or better on the witness stand? Let's listen.
What is going on? There's blood all over him. Baby, wake up! Damn, who's been shot? Somebody's here. My kids are here.
All right, is it better live or Memorex?
God, I have to pick the worst of two evils there. Wow, I would say that very slightly she's probably better in the 911 call because you don't have to actually see her. But just getting back to testifying, it is the defendant's right, but it is the ultimate gamble. It's the ultimate, you're on the craps table. Are you going to 7 and crap out? Or is it going to work out for you? And, where she's at with her situation and up against the wall, sometimes a Hail Mary does get completed, but it ain't getting completed with this one.
Look at that. You went from gambling to football. He's all over the place tonight. That is classic Schnipper tonight. All right, think tank staying where they are. When we come back, we've got a story about another dentist. But the real story is about the dentist lawyer tonight. Wait till you hear what the dentist lawyer is accused of doing.
My name is Dr. Jim Craig, and I practice at Summerbrook Dental Group.
James Craig was once a beloved dentist at Summerbrook Dental in Aurora, Colorado.
Don't be worried about dentists. Just go to freaking Dr. Craig. He got you.
Kids have felt comfortable being here, and so that's always been really important to us. He's always seemed like a really nice guy.
But coworkers began to suspect James of plotting his wife Angela's murder after noticing odd behavior around the office. While Angela was dying in the hospital, James's dental partner pulled police aside and told them they suspected James of poisoning her. According to court documents, James allegedly had potassium cyanide delivered to the office and did internet searches that included, quote, how many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human, and is arsenic detectable in autopsy? It's also alleged he put poisons in Angela's shakes, causing her to become ill and eventually killing her. Prosecutors now believe the father of 6 killed his wife to be with a woman named Karen Kane, someone he met at a dental conference 3 weeks before Angela's death. ABC sat down with Kane.
You've been labeled the mistress in this story.
Yeah, I don't like that label. If I had known what was true, I would not have been with this person.
Do you think that James Craig allegedly poisoned his wife to clear the deck so he could be with you?
There's no way I'm motive. There's been no planning a future together.
James Craig now faces trial and is charged with first-degree murder in his wife Angela's death. He has pleaded not guilty of the crime.
Okay. Obviously, that story makes no sense. You're a dentist. You want to get divorced? Get divorced. You don't want to be with your wife? Don't be with your wife. You're going on Google and searching those incriminating statements. Unbelievable. So this case is a little strange to begin with, right? Now we've got another twist for you tonight. Scripps News Group in Denver has the latest twist in the case of the dentist accused of poisoning his wife, and it has everything to do with his attorney. Take a listen.
A lawyer for Aurora dentist James Craig, who is accused of killing his wife, is now charged with 2 counts of felony arson. The attorney allegedly set his own house on fire last week. Our partners, the Denver Post, report firefighters found Robert working sitting on the porch of his Centennial home as it burned behind him. Working owned the home with his wife, who is also an attorney representing Craig. She did not withdraw from the case, and Craig's trial is set to begin Thursday.
Oh, my goodness. Let's bring back in our think tank, David Schnipper, Eklund Mercy, Ali Crothamel. What do you think, David? What is the strangest part of this case at this point? You've got his attorney now charged with arson of his own home, but his wife, who I assume lived in the home with him, is still representing the dentist. He stepped down from the case. What is going on out in Denver?
I'm lost for words, like made for a Lifetime TV movie here. I don't have a response to that with the attorney. The arson, I have no idea. It says he's having some, I don't have it. My hands are up with that. But going back to Mr. Craig again, you know, why do people murder? Sex, money, revenge. He's starting in a new relationship. He has 6 kids at dental practice. He didn't want to, most likely would have to give half of it to his wife. There you go. And then James Craig. Oh, by the way, the 1980 Olympic hockey goalie, same name, James Craig, much different James Craig, a proud James Craig, tainting the name. But at the end of the day, you know, and then there's other alleged that he had other people that he's been brought on other charges about women trying to put in letters, fake letters, that his wife was trying to commit suicide. He's trying to hire somebody to kill a detective. Mr. Craig is
he's dangerous. So, Ali, looking at this case, I mean, it's a strange twist, right? Just before trial, the attorney now is arrested. The defendant, further charges involving trying to hire a hitman to kill the investigator, trying to discredit the investigator as well. A lot of twists to this one.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dentist, so he was a smart man at one point, but Googling how to kill somebody, probably not the smartest move there, buddy. And the other thing is now his trial is undoubtedly going to be delayed. I think you had mentioned it was delayed. And if he gets convicted, is he going to turn around and use that as some kind of appeal?
Yeah, exactly. My lawyer got arrested. What am I supposed to do? Eklund, do you think it was the stress of this trial that could have put the lawyer over the edge?
No, I think that he read the rules of the professional responsibilities. So here's the thing, you know, attorney-client privilege. And so with that being said, if files are regularly in his home, you can't get those files. There's no evidence that you can get in there because the attorney-client privilege. So the fact that he burnt his own home, I don't know how you're going to charge me with arson for burning my own home. So he has every right to burn his own home. But most importantly, there's no evidence that you're going to be able to get because it's burnt. So there's no evidence, there's no whatever. The fact that he still is on the case, I think the attorney had the right to do it. You can burn your own stuff, it's your stuff. With regards to the evidence, we won't know because it's destroyed. So for the John Grishamness of it, I love.
Yeah, it's insane. David, are you shocked that his wife stayed on the case?
Well, I guess that she has to stay on unless the judge removes her. It's very difficult for an attorney to get out of a case late in the ninth inning.
Even if your husband and co-counsel was arrested for burning down your house?
I would assume that that's probably a conflict of interest somehow, but I mean, who knows how the Colorado judiciary, the judges handle things. I have no idea. I'm sure this judge has not gone through something like this. So I think that, it remains to be seen how this is going to be played out.
Yeah, and but I don't think this has anything to do with the legalization of marijuana in Colorado. I don't. I just think we caught a strange one tonight. David Schnipper, Eklund Mercy, Ali Crothamel, great to have you on this night, and we'll see you again really, really soon. When we return, folks, I will reveal something else you need to know tonight, plus coming up next hour. Tonight on Vinnie Politan Investigates, 13 minutes of video you do not want to miss. The moments just before a Kentucky sheriff shoots the judge in his own chambers. The video is shocking and revealing, but does it answer the question, why? Tonight, we investigate.
Join Court TV's Vinnie Politan with the latest and breaking true crime stories.
Now, let's look at the other side of all of that.
Vinnie Politan Investigates, coming up next, only on Court TV.
Donna Adelson is facing charges of murder, the death of her former son-in-law.
This is terrible. Now that Donna has turned into a defendant, what's next for the Adelson clan?
The matriarch mastermind murder trial. Live coverage this August on Court TV.
Welcome back. Time to reveal something else you need to know tonight. Let's take a look at the big board. Breaking their silence. As you know, there will not be a trial for in the Idaho 4 case for the accused killer who has admitted what he did, but there will be an Amazon primetime 4-part docuseries called One Night in Idaho, The College Murders, and some of the friends of the victims are breaking their silence. Take a look.
People were thinking that we were murderers.
We're getting death threats. People always suspect the boyfriend.
Somebody had sent a photo of my house. Now people know my address and saying I have something to do with it.
I got a phone call from the officer, and he said that we have the suspect in custody.
I just felt my heartbeat go crazy fast. I know that guy.
All right, folks, we have a missing child who needs your help tonight. Leah Atherton, just 11 years old, missing out of Marysville, California. If you see Leah, pick up the phone, make a call, make a difference. 911, 1-800-THE-LOST, or the Marysville Police Department in California. Numbers on the screen. Don't go anywhere. We have another hour of live true crime. Vinnie Politan Investigates is next. In the meantime, please don't forget to hug the kids.